here's the instructional video for Ultimate Ace Assembly. You saw the trick, and very good trick. It's real magic. It's not. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. It looks like real magic. It's unbelievable. It's about as good as an ace assembly can get. To begin, you're going to have 4 aces, and what we're going to need for this trick, I'm going to grab it out from here, is double stick tape. Whatever kind you'd like. In this case, I've just got permanent double stick tape, and this is very good stuff. You're going to need this for a lot of tricks anyway. Recommend getting it. Here's how this trick works. There's a lot of setup involved, but it's well worth every minute you're going to spend setting up. You're going to take out 4 aces from a deck. In my case, the ace of spades is my favorite. I've put a 1-inch strip right here in the middle, and if you want to see, it's right in between my fingers right now. So it's just a strip that big, less than an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, right here on the center of the ace of spades. Next, you need to take out 3 aces from another deck, matching back. So in this case, since the spades is my leader, I've taken out the diamonds, clubs, and the hearts. Next, you need to take out a total of, it looks like 9 cards. What you've got here is cards with double stick tape to them. Now, here's what I've done. Just to give you an idea, we'll break these off into blocks of 4 cards. Take this one apart and take these apart. Here's what I've got. If you'll notice, the 3 of diamonds, okay, has a 1-inch stick of tape. You probably can't see it, but it's right here. It's just right dead smack in the middle, and it's a 1-inch piece of tape right there of double stick tape. What I've done is I've taken a very close card, i.e. the 4 of diamonds, and put it with it along with 2 black cards. You're going to take and stick these together, give a light push, you're fine. Boom, put that aside. I've taken the 8 of spades, 1-inch strip of tape, and I've used the 6 of spades. They don't have to be exactly the same. You don't need duplicates. If you want, you can go the extra mile and use duplicates. It's not necessary. Nobody's going to remember. 8 of spades with the 6 of spades, square them up, give a push. Put the other 2 cards on top. Finally, 9 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, you get the point. Along with the strip of 1-inch tape, push those 2 together. Now notice, for every one of these piles, if the card with double stick tape is going to be red, the other 2 are black. Same here. That's good just because it'll keep the flow the same. You don't want to do all black cards, you don't want to do all red cards. It looks tacky. It doesn't look quite right. This will look good, and the discrepancy will not be noted by audiences later on when you actually have a 10 of diamonds along with them. Take your double stick card with 2, put it in your hand. Take the next set, put it there, next set right on top. So you've got double stick followed by 2 cards that are regular, double stick, 2 cards stuck together followed by 2, double stick followed by 2 cards. Next, ordering is very important at this point. You're going to take the diamonds, then the clubs, then the hearts. Okay? Your order does matter. And place these cards on top. Place this on top of the deck. So you've got a total of what you've got: double stick followed by 2, double stick followed by 2, double stick followed by 2, diamonds, hearts, clubs. Or, I'm sorry, diamonds, clubs, hearts. Okay? Red, black, red. Just to reiterate, on top you're going to have the spades, followed by the hearts, followed by the clubs, followed by the diamonds. Here's the way it goes. You're going to deal the spades down. Leader position, right in the front. From left to right, you go hearts, clubs, diamonds. Okay? Now, you're going to just take 1, 2, 3 cards. What you actually have here, just to reiterate, is 4 cards. 2 of them are stuck together. So these 2 are stuck together. But it's so easy to deal them off because they're double sticked. 1, 2, 3. Now notice how I deal these. This is going to mimic an action we're going to do later. Show them, turn them sideways, square, and then drop. Always do this the same way. There's a reason, because in a moment we're going to do something where the spectators don't know, where you actually change the cards. But if you do it the same for all these, it's going to look identical for the ace of spades. 1, 2, 3. Show the cards. Now notice when I square, don't square like this. Just square down, then drop. It's going to mimic the action for the spades. 1, 2, 3. Square, drop. Now for the spades, for the ace of spades, we're going to do a combination of having cards selected and then do a strip out move where we actually change the cards. It's an idea of divergence that was modified by Larry Jennings. That's where it comes from. To start off, you're going to push over 3 cards. The top 3 cards right now are the 3 aces. What I recommend doing is pushing all 3 over and then pushing them over just a little more so that you can feel them. And then kind of squeeze down with your middle finger from below on these. Not too hard, but just so that you don't have other cards get spread over underneath it, because you're going to have to catch a break in a little bit. Keep spreading. You see that little jog? That's what's going to facilitate getting a break later. Have 1, 2, 3 cards up jogged. Okay, you've out jogged 3 cards. Now, as you close up, okay, I'm just giving you an exposed view. As I close, I'm going to get a pinky break below the top 3 cards, the top 3 aces. Now that's going to be done, of course, not like this. That's exposed. I'm going to close up here, and I'm going to close up at the same time as I turn up. Okay? So I'm going to be establishing this break as I move up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the faces of the cards that they up-jog to the spectators. And from behind, here's what I do. My thumb is going to contact the break, okay, from below. I'm going to push the 3 cards up until they're almost in line with the cards that are, you know, out of the deck that have been out-jogged. And then I'm going to pivot them around and turn my hand down as I do that and drop them all out-jogged for about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And I'm going to push them in and catch a break under all 6 cards. I'm going to do that again just so you can really see it. It's a very important move. It's very important that it looks very natural as well. You're going to push out 1. This is at performance speed. 2, 3. I'm going to give you an exposed view. Just like so. It's exactly what it should look like. All it looks like is that you pull them out and turn them over. You've got a break under 6 cards. Push over 1. Okay, we've got a duplicate in this deck. You don't need a duplicate. That's just a mistake. Queen of Hearts, and a 9 of Hearts. So let's just move this over for the sake of the deck being correct. There we go. Don't know why there's duplicate. So let's say you now name them as you go. Go 2 of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts. Now obviously under this 9 you have 3 aces hidden. Don't show that. Just spread over. Go 2 of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, 9 of Hearts. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to pick up the 9 of Hearts with the 3 cards underneath it and leave it about an 1/8 of an inch in-jogged. When you pick these up and turn over, you're going to have these 4 cards in-jogged. So that's all you're doing. You're grabbing the 9 from a little bit higher up. So when you turn it over, the Queen is going to fall in line with the deck, and the 9 is going to be down further. That's going to allow you to catch a break. Okay? And then count them back in reverse order. Say, oh, the 2 of Diamonds, the Queen of Hearts, and now pick up all 4 cards as 1. Yep. Pick up all the cards as 1. Or I'm sorry, that's just going to be 2 cards at this point. My apologies. 2 cards as 1. Square them up and turn them over. And now notice that when I miscalled the cards, it makes sense because I just said 2 of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts. Look at the flow again. 2 of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, 9 of Hearts. Hit, turn. It looks exactly like I just called the cards as they were. It's a discrepancy. I reverse called the cards. No one's ever going to notice that. It looks so fair. So you're going to put those down. What you actually have at this point is 3 aces and an indifferent card. So that's the reasoning behind squaring these up. When you square these up like so, it's going to look just like the other ones. You're going to square them, and then you're going to put the ace on top for about halfway. Leave them exposed. Now we're going to get to the transpositions here. You're going to pick up the 3 cards. Okay. Now what you're going to do from behind, from underneath, is you're going to let 1 click off. Okay, that's the 10 of Diamonds there. Catch your pinky break below it and patter at this point, because what you're going to do is you're going to break the tape. So you're going to patter at this point to cover that slight sound that the tape's going to make. If you do it real gently, it almost makes no sound. Break the tape, grab the ace, and insert it into that opening. Okay? Now what I do at this point is I like to push it in, and my own little tactic is I like to just give an Elmsley count. So it looks like maybe I did something unfair. So for those familiar with an Elmsley count, I'm going to recount the 6 twice. I'm going to count 1 card, block, push off 2 as I steal the 6 underneath, count, count. So I've shown the 6 twice. Some people might catch that, and that's fine for you. Because at this point what you're going to do, your right hand goes from above, middle finger and ring finger below, thumb above. You squeeze as you spread. Okay, that ensures the double stick tape sticks. And then you can do this little move where all I'm doing is from below, my 4th finger, middle finger, and possibly ring finger, depending on how you hold, or just allowing the cards to go circular motions. You're very clean. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the 9 is actually hiding an ace, but since they're so stuck together, have no worries. They're not going to separate. Boom, boom. First one disappeared. Next one. Pick them up. Don't spread these out because there's going to be a discrepancy here. The 8 is going to change into a different card. So they're not going to remember what it was at this point. There's no way. Pick them up. Break the tape while you patter. Okay, I broke the tape just like before. Spread the jack, okay, the top card over in a biddle grip, and hold this card. It's actually 2 cards as 1. It's just an indifferent card followed by the card that's got the tape on the back of it. Okay, hold these apart, and then hold this double card as a single, and pick up, scoop up the ace, and put it right there and leave it out jogged, and hold the whole unit as if you just had 4 cards. You actually have a card hidden behind the 3. Square it all up. Snap your fingers just like before. Squeeze as you spread. That's going to ensure that the 8 sticks to the ace. Do the same thing. Show 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't rush it. Milk it for all it's worth. That's amazing. The ace just disappeared. You don't need to rush it. Don't be nervous that they're going to see a double card. They're not. Okay? Now, at this point, you could say, no, those two aces that disappeared really did join the leader ace, like I stated. And at this point, you can move the ace over. Be careful here that the tape didn't somehow stick to the 9. And when you pull it over, you expose prematurely. So you could hold down the 9, move the ace over, pick these up, spread over the 9, indifferent card, the ace of hearts, and the ace of clubs, holding the ace of clubs, which is actually the ace of clubs and the ace of diamonds, as a single card. Okay? I like to grasp all 3 cards, or all 4 cards as if 3, and lay them down. Okay? Nice and gently, but tightly enough so that they don't spread. Notice they don't spread, because the diamonds is below. I place the ace on top, and I tell Spectre, come on over. You see the clubs, the hearts, the spades, and in a different card, you can see the diamonds. The diamond is going to travel over, but you know what? To make this even more fair, I want this to happen with your hand on the cards. At this point, I go as slow as possible. I say, I want you, and I square these up, just like so, to put your hand on top. Push it right down on them. And take their hand, and when they put it down, if you really need to, say, push right down on those. Hold on to those real tight. Now, what you've just done is you've actually managed to squeeze the double stick tape from the ace of spades, the one you put on the back of the ace of spades, on to the indifferent card. So they've done the squeezing for you. You're all set for the finale. Their hand is on there. If you gave it a little push, you're definitely set. You're going to pick up the cards. Okay, you don't need to spread them. It's like before. We're going to do something very similar. We're going to do the exact same move we did before. We're going to break the tape by catching a break. Break the tape very gently. Move over the top card, and then you're holding a double card. These are 2 cards as one, and the back card has the double stick tape. You hold them in this position for a moment, and then you put that double card back on the bottom so that the tape is now the bottommost card, and it's separated. Pick up the ace of diamonds. Place it onto the face. What we're going to do now is a color change, and the color change is just based on the Herman turnover pass. What I'm going to do is it's going to look just like I rub the card, and it changes. Now, how did I do that? What I'm doing, okay, is I've got a break above the bottom card. Here's the action. My right hand is going to hold from above in a modified Biddle grip, so that my right hand is covering pretty much all, take a look if I, right there, from that point on to the right, all the cards are covered. My right hand covers it. Now here's what my hand is going to do. My forefinger curls under the packet. Here's an exposed view. And it's going to, using my middle finger and my forefinger, turn the card perpendicular to the other cards. There should be absolutely no motion in terms of seen from the front. When you do this, I just did it right there. It's invisible because your hand is covering your bad angle. Okay? Right there. And it's going to come into play right between your your pinky and your ring finger. That's where it's going to lie. Okay? Right there. And at this point, once you've gotten to here, you're going to allow it to move forward, and you're simply going to use your hand to cover the motion of your hand squaring that against. So here's an exposed view of the whole maneuver. Tilt down. You're going to move it over and out, and your hand is just simply going to stay flat and make sure you're covering. From this angle, look, you can't see anything. Okay? And your hand is going to go on front, and it's going to rub across to make the illusion of the change, and your middle finger is just going to push ever so slightly down on the tape, just to ensure. And then when you come over here, you squeeze as you spread. Your work is done. Show 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. At this point, if you push down before, if you made sure they push down, tell the spectator to lift their hand. There's no danger here. Tell them spread the cards. As soon as they spread, you pick them up. Okay, so they don't actually get you grabby. They're going to be shocked. Needless to say, they saw it in a different card. Now the diamond's there. And what I like to do, this is just a little subtlety to make them remember, because a moment ago the 9 was here, the 9 of hearts, the indifferent card. So in theory, the ace of diamonds should be there. So what I do is I grab the ace of spades and I pull the ace of diamonds over to here, and I do a display. Okay, so all I did was pull it from the bottom to where it should have been in theory, and I go the 4 aces. That's what they remember. Okay, and then I just go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the strongest ace assembly I've ever seen. This blows people away. It's as fair as you can get. There's seemingly no switches. Everything's face up and clean. Use that well. It takes a little bit of setup. It's well worth every ounce of setup you're going to put into it. And have fun with it. That's the ultimate.